What's up, everybody? This is J. Cole coming at you live for your NBA pregame show, True Baller Thursday. Not to be confused with Big Baller. We are not talking about the balls on this show today, except for what I just did just there. But after that, no more talk about LeVar and his crazy sons. His sons aren't crazy. LeVar is crazy. But moving on, tonight we are going to talk about the NBA and the marquee matchups that we have tonight. The Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors, and then the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Both games on TNT, the NBA on TNT. But before you tune in here, Fifth Column Network at FCN2. We're going to break down these games. We're going to break down the storylines. We're going to break down the players. We're going to break it down. So first, before we start with tonight's games, I have to mention my man, LeBron James. Cleveland Cavaliers took on the Boston Celtics. So tonight we got the West's best, Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. However, last night, the East's best, no disrespect, Toronto, but come on. Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers matched up. Celtics actually handled them pretty well. Let me tell you, LeBron had a really good first half, and then, didn't have a whole lot of help in the second half. Celtics actually, Kyrie didn't have to go off. I didn't write the guy's name down, but some young rookie, somebody did go off 20 points in 20 minutes, put the Celtics up. Now, I want to talk about a couple things in this game real quick before we move on. First of all, I'm not going to go in on LeBron and him needing help or him having this or that. Yes, he went off in the first half. No, he kind of didn't in the second half. I would have expected more from him. However, Isaiah Thomas did not play. He is back, as we know. And I will be talking about this in a moment, and it will relate to tonight's games. But Kyrie went to the Celtics because he wanted his own team. He wanted a chance to win still. I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't believe it. I said, Kyrie, come on. That's not a good look. And then your boy Gordon Hayward got hurt. And I was like, oh, that's a horrible look. And then Kyrie said, that's all right, I got this. And Boston still has the best record in the East. So how can you hate on that? Well, because you're a hater, as am I. Sorry, Kyrie, I'm still going for Cleveland. You know what I mean? But I do believe that when Mr. Thomas comes back, Cleveland is going to be the number one contender. Now, he did not play in last night's game, but he played 2 nights ago in Portland. First game back of the season after his injury, recovering, played in limited minutes, but then they kept him out for the Celtics game? I don't know about all that. So here's my conspiracy theory. The NBA does not like giving up the entire show. They like to show a little leg sometimes. You know, this wasn't a Christmas Day matchup. Wasn't some sort of a holiday matchup. It wasn't, right leading up to the playoffs. This was January 4th, 2018. And they said, maybe go ahead and let Isaiah rest today, play him the night before. I thought that was lame. But as you know, NBA likes to rest folks, right? In the name of not getting injuries, in the name of, keeping people fresh. Your boy Popovich is good for this, but he's consistent with it. Is everybody else? No. So Isaiah doesn't play on the one game that he could have played. They could have set him out one more game. We would have loved to see even 10, 15 minutes. We were robbed. So, boo.
Nobody was robbed.
We were robbed.
Nobody was robbed, man.
Explain why we were not robbed.
What were you robbed from? You knew the guy was not at maximum effort. He wasn't going to go out there and perform to a level that they needed to play at. So there was no point in doing it. There was no point in playing him where he knew he was going to try to overdo it in the place that traded him. So, no. I think that's good coaching. I don't think anybody got robbed. I think that he's trying to have a body ready for the playoffs because they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to go deep, and they're going to play them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
So, and then to go back to your LeBron, everybody's a hater, because of that. I don't agree with that. I think Kyrie, I still feel like Kyrie is dumb. A lot of people won't agree with me, but I understand he wanted his own team, but he had one in Cleveland, and he didn't do anything. He didn't take him to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And so I just hate all the LeBron haters who act like putting this man in a position to win was a bad thing. So I don't know. That's just me. That's just, what I think about it.
Well, I appreciate that input. I agree. I don't know if I maybe didn't say it exactly the way I meant to, but when I said hater, I mean I am still hating on Kyrie, and I thought that it was not a good move.
Got it.
I said the people who is mad that Kyrie went to Boston. I said haters, and I'm a hater.
Okay. Okay, I understood.
So to that point, you are right. To Isaiah,
had a lot of haters. You had a lot of haters stacked on top of haters.
Haters on haters.
So
exactly.
I didn't know where you were aiming the hate gun.
It was like a double. It was like a double negative, a double hater.
Yeah.
Okay. So Isaiah. No, man, he would have come in and he would have pushed himself about 12, 15 minutes. I mean, you're not in the game if you're not getting hurt.
Yeah, so, you have a comment.
What's the game?
Larry Darnell Banks Jr. on Facebook is saying he had 17 points in 18 minutes the other night. He would have tried to kill them. And that Larry is, listen, Larry Legend, Larry the Legend Banks. Shout out to Larry the Legend Banks.
Larry the Legend Banks.
I'm telling you, he's right.
And he would have.
He would have.
He
would have gone too hard.
Should have. No, he wouldn't have gone too hard. He would have went as hard as he did against Portland. He would have had 17 points in 18 minutes or 21 in 18, maybe 21 in 19. And they would have actually been in that game. Just that little taste. They could have gave us the taste.
Okay.
But moving on to tonight's game. First of all, before I talk about the actual game, so I need you all to know that these are the two top scoring teams in the league, right? Not yet.
Oh, okay. You gonna let us know?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay, so just stand by.
Stand by. Yes, stand by. Because trust me, I'm going somewhere with this, and I don't want to do the graphic just yet. All right. So Golden State is averaging so far 115.4 points a game. Houston's averaging 115.2 per game. That's about a point more than last year over the span of a season. That averages out. That's quite a few points. And why? I said, why are they just scoring it up this year? Well, I didn't realize until about a month ago, look who the coach is of Houston Rockets, Mike DAntoni, the 21-second or less offense himself. Now, this changes some things for me. First of all, the fact that this man is their coach explains a lot on what they're doing. However, it also makes me fear for their actual playoff and finals winning chances. As he has shown with excellent teams that can score that ball, does that method take you to the promised land? I don't know. So anyway, let's talk Houston. Let's talk Golden State Warriors. Roll the clip. So you can't talk about these teams without jumping into James Harden, right? First of all, as I stated before, the carrying theme with tonight, injuries. James Harden is hurt. He got hurt right before the Golden State game, which is a huge game. Now, I'm not going to jump into conspiracies on this one. The man didn't get hurt just because they were getting ready to play Golden State. But again, the fact that this marquee matchup, something is taken away just a little bit because you don't get the full team one-on-one, the 5-on-5, that full starting five. Who knows what's going to happen during playoff time? You could say, well, we don't know because this game, this person was out. This game, that person was out. There's a whole discussion. There's a whole storyline behind it. I understand. I see what y'all doing, NBA. So James Harden is out. Want to talk about James Harden right quick. Number one, is he the best player in the league? Number two, can Houston win without this man? I'm going to answer that second question first. Absolutely not. They cannot. Have you seen Houston's lineup? Can you tell me Harden, Chris Paul, right? Who's one or two other people on the Houston team?
Vinny, right, the hot pocket,
Vinny,
Kareem, Asim Napan Pepelon,
yeah.
All
excellent,
Bebe,
solid,
Bebe,
solid players.
He's from Brazil.
Bebe.
Bebe's from Brazil.
Actually, Nene is on this team.
I know. Bebe.
You got Nene, Trevor Ariza. And I only know that because I looked it up. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. He is there. I can't remember the center's name now. Chris Paul. They don't have a very deep team. And they are a good team, but they don't have a very deep team without Eric Gordon, which they acquired mid-season, right?
Yeah, because he cried like a baby.
He cried like a baby in, was he Phoenix? Like, I don't want to be in the land of the sun anymore.
It's pretty boring out there, though.
It is. It really is.
It's pretty boring out there.
It is. I'm actually not hating on Eric Gordon. I think that was a really good career move for him.
That's a good move.
So you got Eric Gordon, Chris Paul. Yeah, that's great. They got a good starting five. Their center is one of the top in the league. But then what's after that, really? Not a whole lot. So, and not to say that they can't win with that team, but without Harden, you're done.
Yeah, and Larry Banks on Facebook says, no defense playing ass. He was going to get lit up anyway.
He was going to get lit up. No defense playing ass. But by who? Because guess who else is hurt? Kevin Durant. Oh, no. Injuries abound in the NBA on TNT on Thursday. So Durant's not playing. Mm-hmm. So we've got the arguably two best players on each team out tonight. You got two excellent players. I mean, Curry could be labeled as the best player on Golden State Warriors, depending on how often you watch basketball. Like if you watch once every 5 years, you could say Curry is better than Durant. Other than that, Durant's the best. So I'm going to give you that, though. Those people who watch one game in 5 years, you could say Curry, and I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm just going to dismiss you. I'm sorry, man. Curry is just not. He's just not what they make him out to be. I'm just gonna say that right now.
So what?
He's a shooter. He is a shooter, and he's
a great ball handler too, though.
Damn good. Yes, a damn good ball handler.
He's a damn good ball handler,
and that's great.
So would you say he's overrated?
I would say he's overrated. And for more overrated people,
oh no,
check the Fifth Column Network's Facebook page. A post by Revolution today who has several overrated people. Spoiler alert, Prince is on that list.
people went
dragging
in.
Me. People dragged. I've never seen Ravo get dragged.
They dragged me. But they're not listening
that.
They're not listening to the points I'm making.
They're not. But go ahead and go. We won't talk about that. So who do we have tonight? Because NBA loves matchups. You know what I mean? Storyline. So what's the storyline tonight? Ooh, Chris Paul. Chris Paul, who is a good, really, really, really good at one point. I mean, still, he's one of the best point guards in the league, for sure, but on the decline. He's on the decline. Fresh off the Clippers sinking ship, which we'll talk about later, again, Chris Paul will have to lead this team tonight against previously mentioned Stiggity Steph Curry, right here getting guarded by Trevor Ariza, who we have found out is still on the Houston Rockets, one of their ballers. So I want to mention something because this is something that I did some research on. I don't have time to talk about tonight, but we're going to talk about this on other shows. So we've got these advanced stats, right? And baseball, the advanced stats seem to be pretty good because they got so many statistics in baseball. Basketball advanced stats, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying they seem less reliable. So John Hollinger came up with this thing called PER several years ago. which I hated from the moment he came out with it. I still hate it. I think it's a fake news advanced stat.
Alternative facts.
Yeah, it definitely he uses some alternative facts in there. He manipulates the numbers. It's easy to go by any metric of combining numbers and still have the best players be the best players. I mean, I don't even need to use statistics, and I can tell you who's on the best players list, right? They just are what they are. But the only places that use per are places that John Hollinger works. So like ESPN uses it because he was there. I don't know if he left, but if he did leave, wherever he's at, they're using it now. Maybe Yahoo Sports. I don't know. Does Yahoo Sports still exist? I don't know. So anyway, but per that statistic, there's a new one NBA.com uses called PIE, P-I-E. Seems promising. I'm going to have to research it before I say yay or nay, but either one of those that you use, James Harden and LeBron James are at top of the league right now, period. Golden State Warriors have quite a few people that are higher up there. Houston, not so much. So tonight's matchup, while it would have been an excellent game a week ago, tonight, you know what I mean, I will casually watch. Moving on to our next marquee matchup. It is. Yes, the OKC Thunder and the LA Clippers. I just like using abbreviations. I was in the Army, and we use a lot of abbreviations for everything. What was your favorite abbreviation in the Army, Rayvo?
My favorite abbreviation?
Yeah. Or just like, shortened way of saying something. It ain't even got to be necessarily
you're 8 up.
You are 8 up.
You are
letter U, letter R, number 8.
And then
arrow pointing up.
8 up.
And if you're 8 up, that means you are just all a mess in every way, shape, or
and
form.
Blue Falcon.
Blue Falcon was the best. I'm not even going to tell y'all what a Blue Falcon is because
I'll
most
tell
of
them.
y'all are probably Blue Falcon. If you want to, go right ahead.
Can I tell them? Why can't I tell them?
I said go ahead. You can.
Oh, yes, sir. I says it right now.
You
sir.
asked. You set me up for that. That's bullshit.
I really didn't. You know what I was being?
What?
I was being a Blue
You were
Falcon.
being a Blue Falcon. You did. You Blue Falcon me.
I'm a Blue Falcon. Yep.
So, we're going to talk. Tonight, I want to go, my main topic of discussion for this game, Paul George. I don't know in recent memory, this is just off of memory, have I seen someone get more pub, get more credit, and be, you talk about overrated. Of anybody I'm talking about tonight, Paul George is the most overrated one. And I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why. Paul George works hard. He is a hard worker. And he will put up points for you. He is a good, really, really good basketball player. And he will play the hell out of some defense. These are very good assets to have. I would want him on my team. What I don't want him as is my number one. And if you paid any attention to the Pacers over the last few years, you would know that that's true. Paul George is not a number one. He can put up those stats periodically because, again, he works so hard. And if he's the one that the team is relying on, he has that capability of putting up points, of putting up rebounds, of shutting down his opposing player or at least limiting their points. But he's not a number one. He would not be a franchise player. So, all that being said, he fits in perfectly in Oklahoma City. And this is why he went there. It wasn't necessarily, he wants to win a championship, but he went somewhere where he found somebody that he could compliment. And they could take all that pressure off of him, and he could just be Paul George. I think that's smart. I'm not criticizing the man for it at all. I just want people to stop going on and on and on about George. Like, get off his dick right now, please.
Yes.
He is not as good as you guys say he is. I read an article recently that was like the ways Paul George adjusted his game and why he adjusted his game for Russell Westbrook. No, he didn't. He plays the same game he did. He just takes less shots because he don't have to anymore. Come on, people. Stop creating these fantasies and fairy tales about these players. Let's tell the truth. Paul George is very good.
He's only rated 88 on 2K18.
Right. 2K18, he's an 88. And if you trust per or pi, he's low on that also. So look at that.
Sega's never wrong.
Listen.
Sega's never wrong.
Sega is you guys always say internet is undefeated. I've seen the internet take some L's. Sega is undefeated.
They're undefeated.
Oh, but maybe they got defeated by Nintendo.
No, they defeated themselves.
They defeated themselves. Okay. So really, when you only beat yourselves, you kind of are undefeated.
Yeah, you are.
Los Angeles Clippers is such a crappy storyline. They don't even get a logo. I'm not even putting up none of their players on the screen tonight. I'm not going to talk about DeAndre Jordan or Blake Griffin. They lost Chris Paul. They weren't championship teams with him. Without him, they are. The funny thing about the Clippers is they are actually. What would you guys say their standing is in their division? Anyone? I need somebody to say something.
You asking us?
I'm asking you guys.
You didn't say anything. You just I thought you were talking to the damn fans at home.
Hey, well,
what I think the Clippers standings is like how many games have played so far?
They played about almost 40.
So 40 games.
Yeah.
They're a 50-50 team.
Not their record. What's their standing in there?
Oh, they're 7th.
I'll give it 7.
They are second in their division with 17-19 record.
What?
Yes. Golden State is number 1, and then the Clippers, and everybody else, Phoenix, Sacramento, and Lakers, are below them in that division.
Cheese and crackers.
So this almighty West Coast we keep hearing about, you guys are losing it. So anyway, I'm not going to talk much about the Clippers. Oklahoma's definitely got this. Oklahoma, ironically enough, doesn't have any injuries tonight. Go figure. I don't believe in them yet. I'm going to say this last thing. They have been winning. Seems like they've gelled. Paul George and Westbrook. Probably Carmelo has accepted his role. I don't believe in them yet. People are touting them as contenders. They got to prove it to me. So any other comments online before I sign off and let you guys watch? Y'all didn't miss nothing. I mean, first of all, Harden and Durant aren't playing, so y'all didn't miss nothing. You can wait till the fourth quarter, watch them play really, really hard for 15 minutes, and you will enjoy that game. You'll see everything that you need to see. Or, of course, tune in to halftime because, you watch the guy. That's really why people go to TNT is Ernie and Shaq and Barkley and all them talking.
Absolutely. They want to tune in to see the big cheesecake. They want to see the big babaloo. They want to see the big ragu. They want to see the big toilet bowl.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shaq has made an appearance.
Everybody I'm calling in, they want to see the big ping pong table. They want to see the big chalkboard.
Right.
They want to see the big lampshade. They want to see the big car wash. Can you dig it?
Yes, we can, Shaq. Yes, we can. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will be back next Thursday, True Baller Thursday, to preview those games at maybe 7:30. We'll see. Shade. Have a good one, guys. See y'all on Sunday.